I've unfortunately fallen victim to the save glitch in Lumiose City. I saved outside the Pokemon Center and closed Pokemon Y to get to the Street Pass app. Tons of people bringing their 3DS to school because of Pokemon, so I always get a lot of them every day. And when I reloaded the game, it sort of half-loaded. My sprite was there, some buildings had loaded, and the music was playing. But nothing was moving. Some textures were missing, and both the top and bottom screens were frozen. I couldn't even hit the home button, so I had to hard reset my 3DS. I booted up the game again, and same thing happened. I hadn't seen the warning about saving there yet, and I was saddened to find it, although overall I was only losing about 5 hours of game time at that point. However, someone said that taking their SD card out while the 3DS was off and reinserting it fixed their save, so I decided to try that. When I turned the 3DS back on, I was surprised to find a Street Pass notification. The timing was odd, but I live close enough to a busy area of town that I've gotten Street Passes inside my house before. I went to check, and the visiting me was blank. It was all gray with no items or facial features. Instead of displaying the usual dialogue, all it said was, "For your trouble." My me didn't respond, and the visiting me left. I couldn't play games with it, and it wasn't added to my me collection. I booted up Pokemon Y again, and the SD card trick must have worked because the game loaded fine. I went to train my Pokemon and saved on Route 5 to avoid having to deal with the glitch again. When I went to the Pokemon Center, the mystery gift person was there. I talked to them, and I had indeed received a mystery gift. I figured that Nintendo may have just been sending out consolations to those affected by the glitch. When I went to accept it, it prompted me with,
"Are you sure you want to accept this mystery gift?"
I selected yes. My party was full, so I had to pick a Pokemon to deposit in the PC. I deposited my Pidgey and took the mystery gift. It was an egg, simply named Egg. I put it in the front of my party so it would hatch faster, and went back to Route 5 to train my Pokemon. However, I noticed that I wasn't running into any wild Pokemon, and when I encountered a trainer, they got the exclamation point that came up to me as usual, but only said,
"Good luck hatching your egg. Come back when you have a Pokemon to battle with."
I didn't know having an egg in your first slot got you out of battling in this game, but it was kind of a cool trick. I put the egg in the second slot and proceeded as normal. I went back to fight the trainer. Everything worked, but at the start of the battle, there was a dialogue box saying, "It looks uneasy," after I sent my Chespin out. I thought it was something to do with the opposing Pokemon's ability. I fought for a while, until my Chespin was ready to evolve. But I must have accidentally hit the B button instead of A because it stopped evolving. Frustrated, I proceeded to Camphreer Town and went to the Pokemon Center to heal. Nurse Joy said,
"I'm afraid we can't take that,"
when I tried to heal my Pokemon. I assumed she meant the egg. I went to deposit the egg in the PC, but I wasn't even allowed to move the cursor over it. I noticed something else, too. Box 1 wasn't full, but the Pidgey I deposited there wasn't there, nor was it in any other box. I exited and resigned myself to hatching the egg before I could do pretty much anything else. When I talked to NPCs in town who were supposed to give me items, they didn't. None of the events that would allow me to proceed with the plot were triggered either. I put the egg back in the front of my party and roller skated back and forth between Camphreer and Lumiose for a while, until I noticed something odd. Chespin on the Pokemon Ami screen down at the bottom wasn't moving. It was just shaking on the spot like a Pokemon with a status condition would. I went to Ami and it was facing away from me. No amount of taps would get it to turn around, and after being stuck there for a few minutes, it said, "Chespin doesn't feel like playing today," and went back to the main game. No other Pokemon had this problem. Egg wasn't hatching, so I moved it to the 6th slot of my party, and decided to at least level up a bit more. There was no message that Chespin looked uneasy this time, and when I went back to Pokemon Ami, Chespin was just fine. However, Pikachu, who was in the 5th slot, wasn't showing up in any of the games, and when I went to go play with it in Ami, I got the "doesn't feel like playing" message. It seemed that whichever Pokemon was immediately next to the egg was affected with something. I tried taking my Pokemon to the Pokemon Center in Lumiose with Egg in the 6th slot and was able to heal them there. Unlike Camfreer, all the NPCs talked to me normally and would let me buy stuff at shops or participate in events. Keeping the egg in the 6th slot of my party, I went back to Camfreer. Once again, I wasn't allowed to use the Pokemon Center or trigger any events. I'd rode around with the egg for quite a while and it wasn't any closer to hatching, at least as far as I could tell. So it was looking I got stuck with the dreaded bad egg. Well, I had been prepared to be stuck starting a new game anyway, and, well, I didn't feel like playing for potentially hours longer unable to do anything, so I closed Y, reopened it, and started a new game. Everything went perfectly normal up until I was about to get my first Pokemon. Instead of just showing me the Pokemon, Tierno said,
Hey, how'd you get a Pokemon already?
and then let me choose one anyways. I checked the status screen when I could, and sure enough, egg was still there. And when I checked up on it, it said it was ready to hatch soon. It did indeed hatch, thankfully. But the game froze completely on the hatch screen, like it did in Lumiose City. I rebooted the game, and when I selected my save file, it went back to the frozen hatch screen. I started yet another new game and checked to make sure the egg was gone, and it was. I had no Pokemon and was allowed to pick my first Pokemon normally. However, 3 starters looked somewhat unhappy on the select screen, and when I chose Chespin again, Fennekin and Froakie's expressions returned to their normal happy state. Wild Pokemon seem significantly harder to catch now, and I've had a few of them outright flee from battle. The person who tells you how close you and your Pokemon are in Lumiose City only says, "Your Pokemon does not seem to have bonded with you." And trainers end battles by saying things like, "You have a difficult road ahead," or "Your Pokemon don't seem well," or "It's a shame you accepted it." I've seen some phrases 2 or more times, though new ones pop up every now and then, and the type of trainer I fought doesn't seem to matter. As well, the Pokemon in the 6th slot is inaccessible in Pokemon Ami, and if you try and switch to it and select play, you'll get the regular Ami screen with no Pokemon sprite and no option to exit. So you have to hit the home button, close the game, and start from your last save. And when you do, the 6th slot will be empty. I've tried to trade my Pokemon through Wonder Trade, but every Pokemon I've gotten so far has been a Pidgey with Lost as the original trainer. In Lumiose City, a single player icon appears under the acquaintances, but I can't do anything with it. No other player icons ever appear, not even as passersby. The game is only barely playable at this point, and I've had it for less than a week. So I took it back to GameStop as defective and got another copy. As soon as I put in the new cartridge, I got another Street Pass notification. But it must have been a glitch, because there was nothing there. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching this creepypasta video I had for you guys today. I actually found this creepypasta while I was looking for creepypasta about the Lumiose City ghost girl, and there's just not too many good creepypasta around her. Like, some of them do have some kind of mysterious goings-on dealing with, like, real life and what people thought when they first saw her in the game. But some of those are just some of them don't even really have to do with her, and the ones that pretend to be in the Pokemon universe that I thought might genuinely be creepy, they go deep into lore that doesn't exist and is not very good, or they turn into, like, Pokemon fan fiction where it's like they describe Pokemon battles and it's not creepy at all. And I'm just gonna look to see if I can find some good creepypasta about her, because honestly, she's the scariest thing in Pokemon for me, especially since she's appeared both in X and Y and in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I really, really want to find out what she's all about, because she is the creepiest thing in Pokemon since the Haunted Mansion in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Anyway, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you like this reading, because I'll be doing many, many more readings and tons of voice acting stuff on this channel, and I'm actually going to be doing a bunch more Pokemon creepypastas, probably all in one video, over on my gaming channel, so go ahead and subscribe to that. That's youtube.com/CoolGoldfinch. And in that bundle of readings that I'll be doing on that channel, you might see a special guest, and I might also be appearing on her channel around the same time, hopefully. So go ahead and hopefully you're excited for that. I'm hoping to put a lot more content out on this channel and like spread it out between that and my gaming channel, because I do need some more stuff on my gaming channel because my computer's dying and I can't really record gameplay right now. Kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm dealing with it as best I can, especially since I'm really busy this quarter for college. Yay, work, life, stuff. Anyway, it would be a really big help if you could subscribe to me and support me through this, because I would also like to possibly do YouTube as a profession. I use the word profession loosely. Yeah, I don't know where this went. Just, I hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you once again. The links will be in the description if you want to read this, and I think the music and whatever else background I decide to use for this will also be in the description if you're curious about that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!